on the internet for looking at tea on rooftops in China and cute cats. His Hoza. He's so cute. And he's doing really well. And I got a really cool tea today. This is, this is my rooftop here in China where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea with plants and animals. I got a really cool one today. This is a tea Luo Han, or Iron Warrior Monk, Iron Arhat. There's a couple translations. Let me show you. Okay, so it comes from this region right here. It comes from Tianyofang, Heavenly Tour Peak. So it's kind of a famous peak in the Zhangyan region. And really cool tea. It's nice, has kind of a nice charcoal roasted scent to it. And let's get into it over here. I've got my classic Gaiwan. That's what I'm going to name this Gaiwan that's going on the website soon. I'm just calling it the classic Gaiwan. It's so classic. And no need to overcomplicate it. Classic porcelain Gaiwan. 175 milliliters. Great size for your general purposes. And I'm just going to rinse this. You don't really have to rinse a high-end Wui rock tea like this. And actually, some people, wow, so fragrant. Some people would say you shouldn't really rinse it. But I'm just going to rinse this teaware because I haven't used it in at least 24 hours. So let's just give everything a rinse. Okay. And I'm going to get into this first infusion. Hope everyone's doing well out there. That's something I want to, make sure I get across. Got the silver ingot here today. 200 grams of some silver, 999 silver. This is like a really classic format called an ingot of having precious metals in China. That shape, it's very classic as well. So, they like precious metals in Asia in general. You can really just say that. Asia likes precious metals. India loves precious metals. I actually bought my my wife's and my wedding ring. We bought those in India. And it's like it's a 918, 91.8% gold. So that's like a 22 karat. A lot of the wedding bands in America and Europe in general, they're like 18 karat or something, which is like only like 80 something percent gold. So it's like you're just kind of getting gypped. But in Asia, India, they like pure metals. So your wedding bands are going to be either 24 karat, 100% gold, or 22 karat, 91.8% gold. But there's a lot of precious metals here in China. Hey, jury, welcome. This is my rooftop here in China, where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea with plants and animals. And today I'm drinking this delicious Wui rock tea. It's really kind of special. It's called tea Luo Han, and it's a good one. And let me get into it here. Hope everyone's doing well. Really do. But yeah, a lot of precious metals in Asia. They like their precious metals. And I'd like to see more of a precious metals culture in America, with people putting more of their savings in gold and silver. You have, when you own a gold bar and when you hold it in your hand, there's zero counterparty risk. You're not relying on anybody to validate it, or, it's like that's, some people say if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And, digital copies on some bank ledger, do you really own that money? I don't know. But it's definitely something to be said for the sovereignty and the kind of being your own central bank in the form of precious metals. Anyways, don't want to get onto my high horse here today, but yeah, I just thought this was cool. My wife had this at one of her little retail shops, and I just thought I'd bust it out. 200 grams, 39 silver. And this is really classic little format. It's like a little egg in like a little basket. And this is how so many old, like this is how metal was typically poured in like ancient China. So this is a very historical kind of shape here. And gold and silver are shaped like this into ingots. It's a silver ingot, 200 grams. Anyways, hope everyone is doing well. Really blue skies. Guys, it's crazy. You know, I always make this joke that like, oh, the sky's so blue, it must be bad economic conditions. And maybe that's the case, but I mean, super blue sky. Loving it. Loving the blue sky lately. Just beautiful. I did this crazy morning hike. Finally woke up at 5:30 a.m. Just popped out of bed. You know, day 4 of a fast. Just popping out of bed. And, you know, my sleep actually gets a little bit weak deep into a fast. So day 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll just like wake up at 4 a.m. Because my body just wants to wake up and go hunt. It's like, what are you sleeping for? You've got fatty meat to secure. Anyways, oh man, it's delicious. Such a nice tea. Really bad price on it though. It's really expensive, and I don't even think it's gonna come to the website. You know, it's like just cracking like some Rubik's Cube, like 10D chess, trying to get good rock teas at good prices. And I mean, domestic demand is really dipping. Like, you know, the Chinese economy a little bit weak. And I went to Wuxian back in April, and it was like a ghost town. A lot of closed up shops. And so you'd think that would mean like some softness in the prices. But maybe I don't know the right people yet. You know, I'm still always trying to like kind of weasel my way into tea connections. But yeah, hope everyone is doing well. Wow, 8 people are watching me ramble on my rooftop in China about tea. These are good days. See that Chinese flag through there? Not sure if there's a nickname to the Chinese flag. Like, you know, the British flag they call like the Union Jack. In the American flag they call Old Glory, right? So, I don't know if there's some nickname for the Chinese flag. Probably not. Well, there probably is. There probably is some name. Anyways, yeah, the roof's looking good. Hudza is looking good. I've got him fully converted now onto a raw meat diet. He's just eating, like, kind of like me. He's just eating quail. Whole quail with organs. And he's doing really well. Yeah, he still has that little eye. It looks like an eye infection. You know, this kind of cat is just really prone to this. And we've been trying to, like, figure it out. Maybe this new diet will help him. He's so mellow. What's that? Who's that? Okay. And the dogs. I got my main battle dog and his mother. That's Masala Huang. They are both on a raw, whole animal diet. They're both eating whole chickens. So we got whole quails with organs for the cat, whole chickens with organs for the dogs. Anyways, this is a tea channel, not about pet nutrition, or human nutrition, or politics. Sometimes people come into the chat and try to wade into politics. Actually, that never happens. That really never happens. It's kind of funny. And nobody really talks about politics on this channel. Because we're just about tea over here. And you know what? Tea transcends political divides. You know, we've got vegans that love my tea connection and love my tea. We've got strict ruminant carnivores that love my tea connection and love my tea. We've got communists and anarcho-capitalists. Everybody loves my tea connection. It transcends all superficial divisions. And that's what they want. You know, they want you to subdivide and infighting like a bunch of pigeons, you know, fighting over scraps. And that's just, my Tea Connection viewers, we rise above that. And we understand that no matter how your worldview, tea can fit into every worldview and improve it along the way. Okay, so yeah, tea Luo Han. Tea Luo Han is one of the, they say, Suda Mingsong. Oh, good. Hey, yeah, we're doing a lot of transcending this morning, the Shuriken Zone. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is tea Luo Han. It's I'm transcending my transcendence. It's getting pretty weird. One of the 4 famous bushes. I do love a famous bush. Suda Mingsong. 4 famous bushes. One of them is tea Luo Han. That's what this is. Iron Monk. It has a couple weird English translations. Iron Arhat. Iron Warrior Monk. Whatever. It's tea Luo Han. And it's from... Gosh, I keep forgetting the name of that peak. It's from Tianyofeng. Heavenly Tour Peak. Tianyofeng. Tianyofeng. Yeah, so it's just like a peak in the Zheng'an area. And, yeah, just a Zheng'an kind of rock tea kind of guy. Yeah, it's a famous bush for sure. That is from a nice bush. Okay, so yeah, this is it over here, right here. Got my classic Gaiwan today. This is going to be on the website on the 1st. The classic Gaiwan, so classic, with the little saucer I don't have here. And this lovely square gongdaobei. Love that. Also going on the website. Hey, Shuriken Zone, have you seen my 200-gram silver ingot? I know you're a man of distinguished prominence. Thought you might like this. Yeah, this is really classic shape for like old China style. Silver ingot. But yeah, nice day. Did a hike. Actually convinced my wife to do a 2-day fast. Apparently she woke up in the middle of the night and started scarfing down grapes. So she's not fat adapted. She's still struggling with some carb addictions, but that's okay. Because boy, have I used to go buy 10 ice creams and just eat them all at home and then feel sick and ashamed. But yeah, I got my wife to do a couple days of fasting, and she was loving it, feeling vibrant. A little bit low energy though, because she's not, as I said, fat adapted. But good experience, and she's optimistic about doing stuff in the future. I grilled her up a ribeye to break her fast this morning after I got back from my hike. Kind of taught her how to do it. Haven't really taught her how to make good steaks yet, but that's an important skill that anybody needs to know. So I kind of trained her up on how to make some great steaks. And she's like, I can make them for you. And I'm like, great, that sounds great. I always dreamed I would have a Chinese wife that would make me delicious steaks. So, but yeah, I made hers today, and she likes it kind of well done. So made that happen. All right, the Shuriken Zone said, Mrs. Shuriken set up a reminder for me for October 1st. So I have those Jinzan will be there. And that silver ingot is spectacular. You say that is a traditional shape. Yes, it's a very traditional shape. Like old money in old China, the silver was always cast in this shape. It's smaller. This is 200 grams. This is probably atypical. I think you would have seen more like 5-10 grams, like little baby ingots. But this shape, very classic and traditional. Actually, a lot of the Chinese New Year decorations will feature gold in this shape. But yeah, gold and silver always cast into this shape. Very traditional. And I'm not quite sure about the exact history. But yeah, I think on the ancient Tea Horse Road, ingots like this were traded for tea or ponies or whatever it were. Mr. Shuriken, I am really pleased to hear that you have a reminder set up for October 1st. It's going to be a blowout sale. I just moved some things around, restructured my long-term collateralized debt obligations. And I'm going to be actually coming up with some nice teaware. So I'm going to have a handmade Chaozhou teapot, kind of that wide mouth one that I gave away a couple of. Then I'm going to have like a factory kind of workhorse teapot. So yeah, there's going to be 10 listings. 4 of them are going to be Jianzhan cups. There might even be more Jianzhan cups, but I don't think so, because I'm probably not going to get over there. But then in Black Friday, there will be more Jianzhan cups. Need to go back to Shuiji. I hand pick them. I go there and rummage through the guy's collection to get these. And they're all kind of one-off. They're all kind of unique. I'm not going to say they're like, it's hard because there are imperfections. But are they imperfections? I don't know. I mean, these are like handmade and then dragon kiln fired. So they're all unique. Some have like some slight dimpling and stuff. It's a little bit of character, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to get really good photography and accurately describe it so you can like get a teacup that you like. But yeah, I'd probably even allow like returns on that. If you were like, I don't like it, this part has this little texture I don't like, or something, yeah, you could probably just send it back to me and get you a teacup you like. Okay, Shuriken Zone said, fascinating, I had no idea, I need to look into those ingots. Yeah, oh yeah, this is very, everybody in China knows this shape. It says money. Yeah. I'm a real sucker for good teaware, especially Jianzhan, so my eyes will be peeled. Well, buddy, Shuriken Zone, you better be ready. Yeah, I mean, there's just 4 that are. I just have 4 right now that I'm gonna do photography. It's a little bit painstaking because I have to do photography for each one. So that's okay. And so I'm just gonna do those 4 on the first, and yeah, and then like Black Friday, I'll probably try to have like 20 more. I'm going to go back to Shuiji Village, grab that guy. Chen. Master Chen, we can call him. And yeah, and try to get some more. Oh, Boeing Apache AH-64 attack helicopter stopped by and said, I'm jorking it. Wow, that is just amazing. A lot of colorful people in the tea space. Okay. Yeah, the Shuriken Zone. I know you love this one. Everybody does. I love this one too. Yeah, I don't really have one like this for sale. These are a very rare pattern. And yeah, the price on something like this would be kind of weird. Like, I don't even think people would want to pay it. The price that I got this for was even quite high. It's not like this is like some magical, 1 in 10,000 or something. Like, you're not. It's priceless, okay, Shuriken Zone? That's what I'm trying to say. This teacup is priceless. So we're not going to have priceless teacups like this on the website, but we will have cool ones. And, I hand pick all of these because I think there's something special about them. So, but yeah, you won't see one quite like this. I think you might pay like $500 for something like this. But, I want to keep all the Jianzhan teacups under like $100. And yeah, which I think is quite competitive for a genuine dragon kiln teacup. Hare's fur, no. I call this Midnight Shimmer. This is a eyeshadow. This is the the iris of truth and justice. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely some variation um, away from those cookie cutter, hare's fur that they pump out in those electric ovens with chemicals and garbage. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just a one-off piece of spectacular art. But yeah, I don't know if you'd really consider. I don't think so. This is not a hare's fur pattern. No. This is a. This is just something one-off, just amazing. They just call it like metallic shimmer or something. The way it kind of was translated to me. Just kind of the shiny ones. But yeah, it's really fascinating how it's just like rolling the dice when they make these Jinzan teacups. And it's like there's like a 2% success rate. That's something that comes out of the kiln will be sellable. And it's just amazing. They're really like, I describe the Jinzan cottage industry as more like gamblers than like, more like gambler technicians than like a pure artist. Because, I mean, the cup shapes, okay, those are handmade, and, you just practice this for 100 hours, you can make a cup. Okay, it's not like a it's nothing like creating a teapot, which it requires such a higher level of, like, technical ability. So, yeah, I really consider them like gambling technicians, because they're kind of like following these steps, and 2% of what they put into the kiln comes out and is sellable. So yeah, and they're just trying to like follow their kind of technical manual as closely as possible to try to maximize that 2%, maybe get 3%. It sounds like a terrible business, basically. So these people love it, and they do love it. You really have to love it. Jinzan had like a boom. I think it was like 2015 or something. There was like a big boom. There was a big spike in demand for it. And a bunch of amateurs moved to the village and started producing kind of garbage. And so there was kind of a shakeout in the industry, and all those guys went under. So there's only like 50 kilns, dragon kilns, still operating in Shuiji. Or there's maybe like 50 of them that are still in peace, in like tact. And maybe only 30 are actually producing teaware on any given week. So it's really become kind of a scaled down business, and the people that are still in it are really people that love it, and they've kind of devoted their life to it. And like this cat. Okay. All right. So yeah. The Shuriken Zone said, I'm the opposite of a Jinzan expert, so I'm groping around in the dark here. But I like the general craftsmanship of that cup and the shape. Don't need the one-off glaze pattern. Haha. That's awesome backstory. Thank you, Shuriken Zone. Yeah, I'm not an expert either. Everything's so opaque. Everything's so opaque. So, but yeah, it does have a cool shape. Yeah, I thought this lip, actually, this kind of a extra curvature at the lip, it does something. It makes it kind of an extra smooth sipper. So yeah, it's a cool cup, cool shape. Yeah, get in the sun here. Come on. Oh, whoops. This way. And when you see these, like, gosh, I can't really. But I like to see the, like the brown in it. And these little bumps. That's where some iron oxide expanded. Creates these little brown bumps. And that's actually like a trait that you want. It's kind of a mark of a good mix in the clay. But yeah, this is it's an awesome cup. Really, really happy with it. I love the transition from the blue into the brown. Has a nice kind of rusted metallic look, and it really is like a rust. It's, you know, an iron oxide that produces that brown. So cool. Okay, so, and it's all natural. Like, it's all just natural. You know, it's wood fired with the mason pines that are local, and it comes from just mixing local ores, iron rich ores. That's, yeah. In Japan they call it tenmoku, and yeah, it was another one of those things that was destroyed in the Chinese Cultural Revolution. You know, I mean, everything was just ransacked. You know, it was like, let me see the calluses on your hands. Oh, you don't have calluses. You're an intellectual. We're gonna kill you. And so, pretty much like every kind of like art and stuff was greatly destroyed. Hey, you guys, you can read about it. Yeah, I'm sure you have. It's really horrible. And just from like a anthropological kind of like cultural history, so much was destroyed. And it seems like it's just a lot of just trying to reconstruct it. And yeah, so a lot of these arts, you know, they fled to Taiwan, Japan. I mean, they were learned in China and then practiced in Japan, and then when it was destroyed in China, it was still in Japan, and so yeah, then it came back. Yeah, it's fascinating. It really is fascinating. That's a good point, the Shuriken Zone. Thanks for touching on that. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, Tenmoku. And yeah. Yeah, there's actually a lot of Japanese teaware, like those katsus or whatever. The teapot with the handle coming off it, like katsu, chicken katsu. I don't know what that's called. I forgot. But there are a lot of those made here in China. It's really interesting how a lot of the Japanese teaware. Yeah, kusu. Thank you, Shuriken Zone. Yeah, the kusu. Yeah, when I was in Chaozhou, studying the the junihu, the red clay teapots, the Chaozhou junihus, red clay teapots. One of these red clay teapot guys was also making kusus. And I thought that was really interesting. It was just like a stronger market. You know, he's like, yeah, I sell these to Japan. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, me too, Shuriken Zone. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Check it out. I have a papaya tree right here. It's doing a little bit poorly because it's so hot. But check it out. There's a papaya tree right up on that building. That's another papaya tree. It also has a big yellow leaf. Okay, so yeah. Tea Luo Han. Have you ever tried this Wee Rock tea? Maybe put it on your list. Anyways, I'll probably wrap it up there. The Shuriken Zone. It's been a pleasure. You were dropping some insights and really nice. Thank you. And thanks to everybody else. Got into Japanese tea first. Started martial arts at age 6. Unlike most folks, since it was actually Japanese. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool. You know, I got into Japanese stuff first. Like so many do. That's cool. Yeah, I never really got into Japanese tea. I didn't really get into tea until I came to China. I was kind of a tea bagger before I came to China. But that's cool. Yeah, I was always obsessed with Japanese cars and motorcycles. And then I got obsessed with Taiwan. Because I watched this guy, Morda13. He was a motorcycle video blogger. He lived in Taiwan, Canadian guy. Oh, I used to watch his videos all the time when I was in college. And then I was like, I gotta go to Asia. I love Asian girls. And then I figured I found out that you could make some money teaching English in China. So that's why I came to China. Yeah. Anyways, time to wrap it up. I'm gonna skedaddle over to Facebook and do a live there, and then I'll go over to TikTok and do a live there, and just do the circuit. But thanks for stopping by, and I will see you tomorrow. Shuriken Zone said, always a pleasure, buddy. Have a great one, and I'll catch you next time. Also, try some Japanese tea sometime. In general, I like Chinese teas better, but haha. Yeah. The Shuriken Zone, I know. The Sincha, and I had some really nice bancha. Yeah. Japan has a lot of really cool tea stuff. So, I've never even been to Japan, but I'm going to go to Japan when the tea club hits 100 members. So yeah, first I told my wife I'm gonna take her to Japan when I have 100,000 followers across platforms, and I don't even want to use that as an indicator anymore, as a metric in the business. So I'm using tea club members. So when I have 100 tea club members, I will go to Japan, and so that'll be next year, and I will try hoji cha. Yeah, never had that. Never had it. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to try all of that. So I need to go spend a month in Japan and just drink all the Japanese tea and see what that's all about. I heard you can't import quantities of Japanese tea into China. It's a little trade friction there. That's kind of interesting. I guess I would have to, I have a mailbox in Hong Kong. I guess I'd have to ship it to Hong Kong. That probably wouldn't be a problem. But, yeah, that's cool. 100 or bust. That's right, Shuriken Zone. 100 or bust. Gonna get those 100 T Club members. Next year, 100 T Club members. It's coming. It's coming. And then we'll be at 1,000. And then I'll just IPO and just cash out and spend the rest of my life spending. Okay, well, that's from that movie, Jackie Brown. Spend the rest, Samuel L. Jackson. I'm done. I'm out. Spend the rest of my life spending. Okay, well, I will let you go. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, 100 T Club members, we are going to get there. We are going to get there next year. I'm estimating maybe the summer Tea Club next year. That would be amazing. It's doable. Alrighty. Well, Shuriken Zone, it's been a pleasure. I will see you tomorrow, buddy. And you can enjoy these dry leaves. See you tomorrow.